Till you get exhausted. Namaskara to everyone. Yesterday you just listened about the importance of Bhagavad Gita. Why can I be proud of my religion, Hinduism? The answer is I have got Bhagavad Gita. It is not somebody telling us. It is whom we call the greatest God, Krishna Paramatma, the greatest of all avatars, telling it, Arjuna, making him an instrument so that he could tell the entire universe, those who want to listen. Therefore, that's the most sacred book that you have got in your hands now. We start with the prayer. I think they have sent you the prayer in your groups. You can open it. The first prayer that is there when we open the book happens to be a simple one. I will read it out. Just listen. Maybe many of you have heard it. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva Tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. A beautiful 4-line short prayer. There are two things in this world, I and the external world. I and you and the other world. You is the God we refer to. Thou art my mother, my father. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. You are my mother. You are my father too. Tvameva. It's very simple. And we don't say whether it is Krishna or Rama or Shiva or Ganesha, nothing. You, the highest cosmic consciousness, which is said to be you here, Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhuscha. All my relatives are your expressions. Saka tvameva. In all my friends, you are exhibiting yourself. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. All that education that I have is because of your grace. Tvameva vidya. The knowledge that I have got is nothing but yours. Dravinam tvameva. The money that helps us to live, the economic power that helps us to maintain is nothing but you. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. You are everything to me. Who is this God the prayer referring to? There is no name. God cannot be named. It is cosmic consciousness. Sentence everywhere it is. There is nothing other than this God around us in all the universe. So we recognize God as you. I pray to you, the God, or the thou of English. Thou art that. You are that. I will tell you once again. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhusya sakha tvameva. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. There is an interesting thing. Many of you do not know, may not be knowing Sanskrit. Was there anything difficult in this? Could understand you are my mother, you are my father, you are my bandhu, you are my relative, you are my money power, and you are my knowledge, and everything is given by you. We pray for that cosmic consciousness in a beautiful way. We shall recite it. Now you can also follow it. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva.
Tvameva bandhusya sakha tvameva.
Tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva.
Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva.
Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva.
Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva.
Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva.
Tvameva bandhusya sakha tvameva.
Tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva.
Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva.
Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva.
Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva.
Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva.
Having said that, we now go to the Gita Dhyana that is there in your book or in your that has been sent to you by post as PDF. We don't open a spiritual book or mantra without praying, without praising that God or the writer. So here also the same thing is happening. It has been told by Krishna, so before we touch Bhagavad Gita, we must surrender to him. It was written by Vyasa Maharshi, the greatest of all the poets. So we have to salute him before we. Book is considered knowledge, we have to surrender to the Bhagavad Gita book also. So here are 9 or 10 poems, shlokas, which we use as everyday prayer when we complete these prayers. Let us start with the first one, Atha Dhyaanam. Atha Dhyaanam. We Dhyana, you all know what is Dhyana? Meditating. We meditate upon Krishna, we meditate upon Bhishma, Vyasa, we meditate upon Bhagavad Gita and so on and so forth. What are we meditating? It is being given here. Atha Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Maybe it looks difficult when I read it once, but look here, when I analyze the line after line, it will become easy. Parthaya Pratibodhitam. It has been told to Partha. Parthaya Pratibodhitam, told to Partha, advised to Partha. Parthaya Pratibodhitam. By whom? Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. Swayam Narayana, the greatest of avatars, is telling to Partha himself. not told by others, by God Himself. Parthaya Pratibodhitam, told to Partha by Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. Swayam Narayana tells it to Partha. These words, the ones which I are going to take up later. Vyasena Gratitam, that second line, first two words, written by Vyasa, you already know. Vyasena Gratitam. Who is Vyasa? Purana Munina Madhya Mahabharatam. He's a great seer, one of the highest seers that we have got. Purana Munina Madhya Mahabharatam. Written between, written in, say for example, in the Bhishma Parva by Vyasa Maharshi. Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina. The greatest seer Vyasa wrote it. There is one thing which I usually tell people. If you want to destroy this culture, there you must prove that Ramayana did not take place and Mahabharata is just a story. That the effort was made for a long time that Ramayana is not real and Mahabharata is also not real. But the Hindus, we believe it happened. It did happen. So it's history also for us. Vyasena Grititam, written by Vyasa, Purana Munina. He is a Purana Muni, the greatest of seers, the oldest of seers, Madhya Mahabharatam. Between the Mahabharata, it has been written. Advaita Amrita Varshinim. Third line, first word. What is Advaita? Here is an interesting thing we have to know before we get to Bhagavad Gita. According to Gita, there is nothing other than God on earth, God in the universe. Every creature is his expression, including you, the listeners, and the speaker here. All that you see is his expression. Therefore, one cosmic consciousness is expressing itself in the form of human beings, in the form of males, females, trees, animals, and so on and so forth. From that point of view, it is only one cosmic consciousness expressing in different forms. That is why it is Advaita Amrita Varshini. It pours out that there is also God in each one of you. Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim. We call the Gita Mata, you already know. Bhagavati is the mother, having 18 chapters. Ashtadashadhyayinim and 700 shlokas. If you are following the book used by ISKCON people, there is 701 shloka because they have one more shloka in the 13th chapter. So otherwise it is 700 shlokas and 18 chapters. Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim, 18 chapters, having this mother has 18 chapters in the book. Amba Tvam Anusandadami. We are calling Gita as our mother, Amba. I try to understand you. Anusandadami, I try to understand you. Bhagavad Gita, I try to understand you by repeated readings. She is Bhavadveshinim. What's the last word there? Bhava Bandhana we call. The problems that we have got in our lives is Bhava. Bhagavad Gita is a meditation is a medicine to go out of this Bhava Bandhana. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is Bhavadveshini. She hates the bonded life. She relieves the person who comes to her. Therefore, I surrender to you the Gita Mata. Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim. 18 chapters you have got. Amba Tvam Anusandadami. O Mother, let me try to understand you, thinking over it. Bhagavad Gita, Bhavadveshini. Gita, Bhagavad Gita, you are the hater of the problems of life. Major thing that you will get in Bhagavad Gita is a training where you can be relaxed with all the problems and responsibilities that you have got. You will see that as we proceed. It's a true prayer that we have been making. Let me read it once again and then we will recite. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim. Let's all recite loudly now. Alaka will be following me. I will start. Atha Dhyaanam.
Atha Dhyaanam.
Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam.
Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam.
Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam.
Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam.
Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina.
Vyasena Gratitam Purana Muninam.
Madhye Mahabharatam.
Madhye Mahabharatam.
Advaita Varshinim Bhagavatim.
Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim.
Ashtadashadhyayinim.
Ashtadashadhyayinim.
Amba Tvam Anusandadami.
Amba Tvamanusandadhami.
Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim.
Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim.
Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam.
Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam.
Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam.
Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam.
Vyasena Gratitam Purana Muninam.
Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina.
Madhye Mahabharatam.
Madhye Mahabharatam.
Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim.
Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim.
Ashtadashadhyayinim.
Ashtadashadhyayinim.
Amba Tvam Anusandadami.
Amba Tvamanusandadhami.
Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim.
Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim.
My request to you is have a pen in your hand while you listen it. If you want to write the meaning of some of the things, you can write. If you think that some lines are important for you, you can also underline them because it is your book. You will have it for a long time with you. Then we will go to next shloka. Namostu te vyasa vishala buddhe pullara vindayata patra netra yena tvaya bharata taila purnaha prajwalito jnanamaya pradipaha. Who are we praying now? We are praying to Vyasa Maharshi. Vyasa having very wide knowledge, very vast knowledge. That's why I said, if you remove Vyasa, it's easy to destroy this culture. Vedas were divided by Vyasa Maharshi, that's what we believe. Brahma Sutras were written by Vyasa. Puranas have been written by Vyasa, we say. The greatest of the rishis that we have. So we have to salute him before we get to Bhagavad Gita. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe. Vyasa had a very wide knowledge. Pulla Aravindayata Patreta. So here he explains his eyes, beautiful lotus petal-like eyes he had. He lit the lamp of Bhagavad Gita, Dhyaanamaya Pradipaha, lamp of knowledge he lit. Dhyaanamaya Pradipa is the lamp. Last word there, lamp. Dhyaanamaya Pradipa, lamp of knowledge. That is what we pray also. In Dhyana, we try to see the bright light. That is, light is called to be Jnana. Yena tvaya bharata taila purnaha. He who wrote Mahabharata, he wrote the Jnanamaya Pradeepa Mahabharata. So we also salute him. Namostute Vyasa Vishal Buddhe. We have no right to enter Bhagavad Gita without saluting Vyasa. Pullara Vindayata Patra Netra. He has got lotus petal like eyes. From by whom Mahabharata was written, and also this Jnanamaya Pradeepaha, this Jnanamaya light has been lit by Vyasa Maharshi. So I salute him before I get to Bhagavad Gita. I think it's sufficient. Let's recite. Namostu te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe.
Namostu te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe.
Pullara Vindayata Patra Netra.
Pullara Vindayata Patra Netra.
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha.
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha.
Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradeepaha.
Prajvalito Gnanamaya Pradeepaha.
Namostu te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe.
Namostu te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe.
Pullara Vindayata Patra Netra.
Pullara Vindayata Patra Netra.
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha.
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha.
Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradeepaha.
Prajvalito Gnanamaya Pradeepaha.
And then we go to the next one. These shlokas said to have been written by Madhusudana Saraswati ji, a great commentator on Bhagavad Gita. Madhusudana Saraswati. We go to the third shloka. Prapanna parijataya putra vaitrikapane jnanamudraya krishnaya Gita mutatuhe. After saluting Bhagavad Gita, Vyas Maharshi, we have come to remember Krishna before we enter Bhagavad Gita. Prapanna parijataya, present looking like parijata flower. Totra vaitrikapane. Generally, we have Krishna with Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, is it? You say, you know that. But here, it is not Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. He is in the battlefield, he is the charioteer for Arjuna, you know that. Therefore, what are in these hands are the instrument to beat the horses and also the ropes that controls the horses. So he has got those two in his hand. Prapanna parijataya totra vaitrika pane. Totra vaitrika pane, that is called, they stick with, I don't know what they call it in English. In Kannada, you will have a barkolu that is set. There is a rope here, and with that they beat the animals when they drive the cart. So he had one of that in his hand, and the other one is, he held the horses with the rope tied to them. Totra vaitrika pane. And Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya. This mudra is said to be the Jnana Mudra. In meditation, wherever, if you went to some of the meditation before, they will tell you to sit in Jnana Mudra. Krishna is said to be in Jnana Mudra every time. Therefore, Prapanna Parijataya, so pleasant looking like a Parijata flower, Totra Vaitraika Pani, still holding the horses with their thread tied to their mouth and head, and the instrument to drive. Totra Vaitraika Pani, Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya. Man who is holding Jnana Mudra, Gita Amrita Duhi Namaha. What does he do? He gets us the nectar of Gita, Gita Amrita Duha. He has given us the Bhagavad Gita. So we salute Krishna, who is on the chariot, holding the horses and the instrument to beat the horses. He is in Jnana Mudra. He is giving us Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha. Gita Amrita. Amrita means nectar. you are going to listen to the nectar told by Gita. That is what he is going to give us. That is remembered in this shloka by Madhusudan Chakravarti. Let us recite. Prapanna parijataya
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय
stotra vaitraikapanaye
स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये
Jnanamudraya Krishnaya
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय
Geetamritaduhe Namaha
गीतामृतदुहे नमः
Prapanna parijataya
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय
stotra vaitraikapanaye
स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये
Jnanamudraya Krishnaya
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय
Geetamritaduhe Namaha.
गीतामृतदुहे नमः.
And then go to the next one. What does the prayer say? Sarvopanishado gavo dogda gopalanandana partho vatsa sudirbhokta dugdhan Geetamritam mahat. Another great shloka. Yesterday, while talking about the importance of Gita, I told there are three books which are important for us: Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, and Bhagavad Gita. So here is an interesting shloka. All Upanishads are considered to be holy cows. Sarvopanishado gavo. All Upanishads are like sacred cows. Dogda Gopalanandanaha. The milkman is Krishna. He was born in that clan, you must remember. He was in the village. First he went behind the calves of the town, and then he also went with the cows, grazing them in the fields. And he was the finest flute player. When he played, all the cows used to come and surround him. That's what we hear. So, Sarvopanishado Gavo, all Upanishads are like cows. Dogda Gopal Nandanaha. The milkman is Gopala, Krishna. Partho Vatsa. Vatsa means calf. Partha is the calf. If Arjuna was not getting dejected at the time of Mahabharata war, Bhagavad Gita would not come to us. So he became responsible for us to get the Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, Partho Vatsa. Those who, it's very difficult, most of you may be not knowing, those who do not come from the rural areas may not know how the milk is taken from the cow. Usually the calf is left to the mother. It begins to chew the mother's breast, and with all love she allows the milk to come out, and then we take out the calf and take whatever milk that we want to milk, and after that we also leave it back to drink the remaining milk. So therefore, here Partha is considered to be a calf for us to get Bhagavad Gita. Partho Vatsa Sudir Bhokta. Who are the drinkers? All people who are willing to have knowledge are the drinkers. Sudhi means the jnanis. Jnanis are the drinkers of the Samrita. Dugdhan Gita Amritam Mahat. It's not an ordinary thing that we are going to see. We are going to drink the grandest Gita Amritam. Gita Amrita. Amrita means that which gives us immortality. Gita Amrita. Mahat, great Gita Amrita. Sarvopanishado Gavaha. All Upanishads are like cows. Dogda Gopalanandana. The milkman is Krishna himself. Partho Vatsaha. Arjuna is the calf. Sudhir Bhokta. People who want to know the knowledge are the drinkers. Drinkers of what? Dugdam Gita Amritam Mahat. This greatest nectar like milk, the jnanis are the drinkers. Those who want to have knowledge can drink this great amrita taken out by Krishna, given to us by Krishna. That is the prayer about. There is a funny thing about this shloka. There was a Bhagavad Gita teacher, he taught his students this shloka. And he had asked his boy to by heart this shloka and tell him the meaning of this shloka the next day. The boy went home and by hearted this. Sarvopanishadogavo Dogda Gopal Nandana, Sarvopanishadogavo Dogda Gopal Nandana, Sarvopanishadogavo Dogda Gopal Nandana, Sarvopanishadogavo Dogada Gopal Nandana. So ultimately he pronounced it as Do Gadha Gopala Nandana. If you know Hindi, you know that. Two asses are Gopal Nandana, that is what he read. Next day class, he asked, Sir, I have got a doubt here in this shloka. Who are those two asses mentioned in this shloka? Dogada, who are those two gadas there, sir? He asked. Teacher said, funnily, one is you, and another one is, I am teaching you Bhagavad Gita, therefore, a second one is me, myself. No, that's only for fun. So, Dugda Gopalanandana is not that. Milkman is Gopalanandana. Partho Vatsa. Arjuna is the calf. Sudhir Bhokta. Drinkers are those who want to knowledge. What do they think? Dugdam Gita Amritam Hat. They think the nectar of Bhagavad Gita, the highest of spiritual advice that a God can give to any human being. You are going to read it. I think we can recite. Sarvopanishado Gavo
Sarvopanishado Gavo
Dogda Gopala Nandanaha
Dogda Gopala Nandanaha
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta
Dugdam Gita Amritam Mahat
Dugdam Gitamritam Mahat
Sarvopanishado Gavo
Sarvopanishado Gavo
Dogda Gopala Nandanaha
Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta
Dugdam Gita Amritam Mahat.
Dugdam Gitamritam Mahat.
Our dhyana is not over yet. The next one. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanu Ramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. We ought to salute Krishna before we touch Bhagavad Gita. Vasudeva Sutam Devam. He is the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, you all know. Vasudeva Sutam Devam. Suta Deva Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam. Killer of Kamsa and Chanura. Kamsa was his maternal uncle. He wanted to kill Krishna, but Krishna ultimately killed him. And Chanura also another demon whom Krishna killed later. Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam. Devaki Paramanandam. He gives the highest joy to his mother. There is an interesting thing with mothers. They are the greatest goddesses on earth. It is said that the pain at the time of delivery is equivalent to the pain at the time of death. When they see their baby, all the pain that they had while delivering the baby will disappear. Their faces will become bright. Mothers, when they see their children, they will be the happiest. When Devaki saw her Krishna, wouldn't she be happy? Therefore, he gave the highest joy to Devaki, his mother. Devaki Paramanandam, Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Next word, underline that. He is Jagadguru. Krishna is a Jagadguru. Jagadguru, now we know, every man with saffron, a sannyasi calls himself a Jagadguru. Jagadguru is not anybody, everybody and anybody. A Jagadguru is this man who can give peace of mind to anybody who surrenders on this earth, irrespective of caste, creed, and culture. Whoever it could be, that man is a Jagadguru. Krishna is the real Jagadguru. Who is your Guru? It's Krishna. Therefore, Jagadguru is Krishna. The greatest Jagadguru happens to be Krishna. Beautifully, this shloka explains that. Krishnam Munde Jagadguru. I salute to the Jagadguru Sri Krishna Paramatma. I think we can recite. Vasudeva Sutam Devam
Vasudeva Sutam Devam
Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam
Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam
Devaki Paramanandam
Devaki Paramanandam
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum
Vasudeva Sutam Devam
Vasudeva Sutam Devam
Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam
Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam
Devaki Paramanandam
Devaki Paramanandam
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
That Jagadguru is a beautiful word. It really refers to Krishna. Whoever surrenders to Bhagavad Gita, he will look after. You will see as you go through the journey of Bhagavad Gita. He promises you, and you can also test his promise as you go on reading Bhagavad Gita. We go to the next shloka. The next shloka, it is a 4-line shloka, you can see. The situation that was there at the time of Mahabharata war is explained. You already know the story of Mahabharata. Every time injustice was done to Pandavas. For no reason they were sent to forest. And they were sent to Ajnatavasa, Vanavasa. There was many effort to kill them also throughout. All this was done by Duryodhana and the Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was blind by himself, but he was also blind to the justice. Actually, it should have been Yudhishthira, the owner of the land, but in the heart of heart, he did not want anything to be given to Yudhishthira to rule. He wanted everything to be owned by his son Duryodhana. Therefore, he gives a small history of what was there at the time of war. Bhishma Drona Tata, Jayadratha Jala, Gandhara Nilotpala. Carefully follow that. Bhishma Drona Tata. Here is a lake. The two edges of the lakes are Bhishma and Drona. You can take it as a river. The two banks of the river are Bhishma and Drona. They were great scholars, but they were not fighting for Pandavas. As they had eaten the food in Duryodhana's house, they wanted to follow Duryodhana even at the time of war. Bhishma Drona Tata. Jayadratha, the brother-in-law of Duryodhana. He is Jala here in this cruel lake. Jayadratha Jala. Gandhara Nilotpala. Gandhara Nilotpala. Nilotpala are rocks that were there in this cruel lake. Gandhara Nilotpala. Shalya Grahavati. Shalya is the whirlpool which would take people down when they get there. I think you know that. In some of the places you should not swim in the river. There will be whirls and they will drag you down. Only your body will be later sent out. So here is something like that. Shalya Grahavati. Shalya could drown anybody in that matter. Krupena Vahani Karnena Velakula. Krupa, another person in the Kaurava side. And Karna, Velakula. Velakula means waves. Uncontrollable waves is Karna. Krupa, Vahani. It is fast flowing. Karnena Velakula. Ashwathama, Vikarna, Goramakara. Other two characters mentioned. Ashwathama and Vikarna. You can know those names. Are considered, compared to the great crocodiles. Ghoramakara, great crocodiles. What would they do? If you have seen animal channels, you will have seen it. They will be waiting for the animal to swim to the river to cross the river. Immediately it would catch live an animal and eat it. So these two are like Makara, great crocodiles. Ashwathama Vikarna are crocodiles. Duryodhana Vartini. Duryodhana is the main person in this battle. He is also compared to the viral of the put. Sotirna Kalupandavayanandi Kayavataka Keshava. With this hardest river to cross, where there is danger with every one of them, Bhishma, Drona, Jayadratha, Gandhara, Shalya, Krupa, Karna, Ashwathama, Vikarna, Duryodhana, and all these evil people. So, who has to take the chariot, rather the boat through this horrible river? Kaivartaka Keshavaha. The boatman happens to be Krishna. Kaivartaka Keshava, you can write it. Kaivartaka Keshava. If our Kaivartaka becomes Keshava, life will be easy. He will take it. Your only duty is to remember him and sit safely and enjoy the beauties of the world. Do your jobs and offer it back to him. Relax. Kaivartaka Keshava is a beautiful word. I will love it a lot. He can also cross us from this world of problems, help us to cross the river with his boat. He is a boatman. Kaivartaka Keshava. He knows how to take the boat, where to turn it, where to take it, where to stop it, and so on and so forth. That man is a Kaivartaka, the rider of the boat. So beautiful shloka once again explains the historical situation that was present before the Mahabharata war. Bhishma Drona Tata. Bhishma and Drona are two boats of this river, a cruel river. Jayadratha Jala. Jayadratha is said to be the water. Gandhara Nilotpala. Gandhara is said to be the rocks in between. That would create a whirl there in the water. Nilotpala. Shalya Grahavati. Shalya is the well. Krupena Vahani. Krupa is the fast running water. Karnena Velakula. Karna is the great waves here in this water. Ashwathama, Vikarna, Goramakara. Ashwathama and Vikarna are the cruel crocodiles. Duryodhana Vartini. All these players were used by Duryodhana, that he is the main person there. From this horrible river, the man who took Pandavas out from this river with his boat, Kaivartaka, is Keshava. So we remember that Kaivartaka Keshava here, and also the situation that was present at the time of Mahabharata in this shloka. We remember all of them, who were there, and we will not get anything in this Bhagavad Gita. You will get everything about this in Mahabharata. Anyway, it is there in the prayer. Let's recite. Bhishma Drona Tata.
Bhishma Drona Tata.
Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala.
Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala.
Shalyagrahavati Krupena Vahani.
Shalyagrahavati Krupena Vahani.
Karnena Velakula.
Karnena Velakula.
Ashwathama Vikarna Ghoramakara.
Ashwathama Vikarna Ghoramakara.
Duryodhana Vartini.
Duryodhana Vartini.
सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैर्णनदी
सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी
कैवर्तकः केशवः
कैवर्तकः केशवः
भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला
भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला
गान्धारनीलोत्पला
गान्धारनीलोत्पला
शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी
शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी
कर्णेन वेलाकुला
कर्णेन वेलाकुला
अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा
अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा
दुर्योधनावर्तिनी
दुर्योधनावर्तिनी
सोत्तीर्णाः खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी
सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी
कैवर्तकः केशवः.
कैवर्तकः केशवः.
नेक्स्ट श्लोक. पाराशर्य वचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाक्यानककेसरं हरिकथा संबोधना बोधितं लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरः पीपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसि. We have come to the next shloka. Parasharya vachas sarojamamalam. It has come out of the words of Parasharya Vyas Maharshi, Gita Artha Gandhotkatam. Gita Gandhotkatam, that is Adbhut, greatest drink, has come out of Vyasa's words. Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikatha Sambodhana Bodhitam. In Mahabharata, there are not only the story of Kauravas and Pandavas, there are many stories come in the Mahabharata. Say, for example, Nala Damayanti's story and so on and so forth. Many stories come there. So, Nana Kyanaka Kesaram Harikatha Sambodhana Bodhitam. It is a Harikatha, story of Krishna. Mahabharata, main person happens to be Krishna. Bhagavata, main person happens to be Krishna. Loke sajjana shatpadai rahara pepiya manamuda. World-round people drink this great nectar-like book by reading it. Bhuyad bharata pankajam kalimala pradvamsina shreyasi. We surrender to that book. Let it remove all our evils of Kali. Kalimala pradvamsina shreyase. Kalimala means evil of Kali Yugas. Let it remove all your evils and bring us shreyas. Bring us success. Bring us the joy of life. That is the prayer we make. We remember Vyasa for thank him for giving such a beautiful book between the Mahabharata. Bhagavad Gita comes in Bhishma Parva of Mahabharata. That we will come to know when we come to the first shloka. Why it comes there, what's the reason, why did it didn't come earlier, and so on. So here, we only remember Vyasa once again and thank him before we get to Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Let's recite. Parasharya vachas saroja mamalam
पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं
Gitartha gandhotkatam
गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं
Nanakyanaka kesaram harikatha
नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा
Sambodhana bodhitam
सम्बोधनाबोधितं
Loke sajjana shatpadairahara
लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरहः
Pepiyamanam muda
पेपीयमानं मुदा
Bhuyad bharata pankajam kalimala
भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल
Pradvamsina shreyase.
प्रध्वंसिनं श्रेयसे.
Did we recite once or twice, Alaka?
Once.
Yeah. Parasharya vachas saroja mamalam
पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं
Gitartha gandhotkatam
गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम्
नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा
नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा
सम्बोधना बोधितं
सम्बोधनाबोधितम्
लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः
लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः
पेपीयमानं मुदा
पेपीयमानं मुदा
भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल
भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल
प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे.
प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे.
So it removes all the evils of Kali Yuga and it will make us succeed in life. That is the prayer we make. We go to the next one. Mukam karoti vachalam pungum langhayate girim yat krupatamaham monde paramananda madhavi. Another beautiful shloka for you. A dumb will become a talkative man. Mukam karoti vachalam. A dumb could become the wisest man on earth, like Kalidasa. Maybe you have heard the story of Kalidasa. Kali's grace was there. He became the world's best poet or dramatist. Mukam karoti vachalam, pongum langhayate girim. Even a lame man will have enough energy to climb the mountain. When? Yat krupatamaham vande. When there is the grace of Krishna, a dumb will become a vachali, a beautiful speaker, and a lame can climb the mountain if he has the grace of Krishna. Yat krupatamaham vande. When he has the krupa of Krishna, a dumb will become a talkative man, and a lame will be able to climb the mountains. Yat krupatamaham vande paramananda madham. And we will also salute to that Paramananda Madhav. Let there be His grace on me and you and every one of us. That is what we pray for. This is a beautiful shloka. Mukam karoti vachalam. You can try it. Go on reading Gita. It will change your face color. You will become brightened by when you go on doing it. Mukam karoti vachalam. Pangum langhete girim. When I was in California, I had an English copy with me. There was a temple where I had to speak on Bhagavad Gita for a week. There was an American lady, devotee of ISKCON. She called herself Lakshmi. That was the name she had taken after joining ISKCON. I had a book with me and I gave that book to her. She was so happy, she received it. After a month or so, after 60 days, I had to speak in the same temple once again on a different occasion. She had come there. She came to me with all happiness and said, "You have saved me, you have saved me." I didn't know how I saved it. Nothing I have done. What happened to you? I said. She said, while I was landing in an aeroplane, either San Francisco or the other airport there, the aeroplane began to lose the track. Immediately I remembered the Bhagavad Gita you had given. I took it and prayed, and immediately, I don't know whether it is because of me, anyway, the pilot took off the plane once again and landed safely later. So she said, "You have saved me." It's a powerful saver. You also know that lady who went to space. Who is that lady?
Sunita Williams, Gurugala.
Sunita Williams. Yeah. Before Sunita Williams, who had been there? Kalpana Chawla. So Kalpana Chawla lost her life when she was about to land. And the next chance was to Sunita Williams. Her parents did not know what could save my daughter. Ultimately, they decided only Bhagavad Gita could save her. So she took a Bhagavad Gita to this space, came back safely. Many times she went. She is a great woman, respected woman who had been to space now. So it has the power of saving people. Generally, I tell ladies, in your vanity bag, you have a Bhagavad Gita book with you. It gives you confidence that God is there with you every time. So this shloka is a beautiful shloka. Well, I was talking on Bhagavad Gita in a temple. A Swamiji was listening. And when my talk was over, he came to me and began to talk. Sir, he said something. And then immediately he closed his mouth. I asked, what happened? So he said, I was on a vrata of not to talk, but I talked. That is what Bhagavad Gita does. Mukam karoti vachalam. If you say that I don't talk, it won't allow you. It will make you talk. Mukam karoti vachalam. It can make, the grace of God can make a dumb a talkative. And pongum langayate girim. A lame can have the confidence to climb the mountain. Yet kripatamaham mande paramananda madhava. When Paramananda Madhava's kripa happens, anything this will happen. And we also pray that Paramananda Madhava's kripa. We also pray that Paramananda Madhava's kripa. Let us recite. Mukam karoti vachalam.
Mukam karoti vachalam.
Pangum langhayate girim.
Pangum langhayate girim.
Yat kripa tamaham vande.
Yat kripa tamaham vande.
Paramananda Madhavam.
Paramananda madhavam.
Mukam karoti vachalam.
Mukam karoti vachalam.
Pangum langhayate girim.
Pangum langhayate girim.
Yat kripa tamaham vande.
Yat kripa tamaham vande.
Paramananda Madhavam.
Paramananda madhavam.
We will stop there. Alaka, who is taking the Alaka, Shilpa, whoever can talk.